What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning. So come by and say hello. All right, I wanted to just take a moment, or a video, I should say, to talk about probably the biggest lesson that I've learned so far, now having been in the Splinterlands space for, I don't know, almost 10 months, I would say. Yeah, August of last year. So it's not just Splinterlands, although I am going to make this more specific towards Splinterlands, but really the broader play-to-earn space in general. Now, what is this big lesson? Don't FOMO. Stop the FOMOing. We need to stop the FOMOing, because from what we've seen, every major release or launch on the within Splinterlands, we have seen better opportunities to get in after the initial rush. Now, it seems like common sense, but many people still get caught up in the hype, myself included. So I'm definitely a part of that, but that's why I'm saying this is my biggest lesson learned and that I wanted to share with you guys. So the most recent of these is the validator node license sales. So obviously we've been selling a little bit more now. The prices have been lower. But also the fact that the rewards are, or have been bumped up, I should say, are a big boon to this. The only thing is that we still haven't broken through like under 2,000 licenses remaining within Tranche 1. So it doesn't seem like we're going to move through Tranche 1 anytime soon unless big money comes in. But if it's just the same old 30,000 players buying in or trading around the different assets that they have within the game, well, then essentially that is just going to be ticking down by ones and twos every single day. So that being said, there was also the Waka sale. Now, if you remember, Waka Spirit Blade, people were tripping over themselves to get this guy at $1,500 a pop, I believe. It was going for 500 vouchers and 500 SPS at the time. If I remember correctly, I may be fuzzy on those numbers, but I know most people paid roughly $1,500 in US dollar terms for it. And now you can buy one on the secondary market for almost half of that value. So could this be chalked up to the fact that Waka is maybe not what people thought he would be, or maybe people are a little disappointed? Sure, some people do love Waka. Ask Darkest Night, he's a big fan. But many others maybe just didn't care for him as much and are therefore trying to exit out at way lower positions. So you can see there's a bunch. There's 5 available for sale under $1,000, and the top, what is this, 5? You essentially have the top 8 that are going for less than the person who bought it initially probably paid for it. And then if we take a look at the broader market, take a look at Chaos Legion. We are at some of the lowest prices. I mean, this is such a great time to get in. It makes us all, at least makes me silly for buying as much as I did early on, but I wanted to play with it. So I knew that I would be paying a premium. I didn't realize how big that premium was, but I'm glad that I stopped buying cards, I don't know, a month, 2 months, 3 months ago, mainly because I was waiting for the end of the airdrop. And so far that play has seemed to pay off so far, like I said. But here's the thing. I want to make sure that I also recognize the fact that we are in a macro downtrend, both Bitcoin and the broader macro economy and markets. So that is definitely having an effect. In the future, could this be the case, or could it be the case, I should say, where, you know, something comes out and the price only goes up forever? Sure, but I don't think we're going to see that, because even the cards that were going up like crazy, all the Untamed dice and previous cards that were coming out last year, even they took a massive dip. So the market's going to come in cycles. And if you can wait it out and not FOMO in, then you should be able to get great entry points in the future. Now, it's a matter of patience, right? And so that is the biggest lesson that I've had so far, and that I'm applying to the new rewards cards. They were going for massive amounts of money early on, right? So like the new Venator Kinjo, Countess Sinesh, Jared Scar, all the other ones that came along with this cohort. And they're still going for relatively higher, I mean, significantly higher, almost double, no, more than double on Kinjo and Countess Sinesh than the previous ones. So I don't need these right now, and therefore I'm going to hold off. And in a way, I look at what is to come when, considering Rift Watchers, for example. And this is why I've been selling my vouchers, right? Because I'm just like, well, if I want to have a maxed out Rift Watchers deck, I don't need it right away. Maybe if there's like an awesome card and I can immediately recognize that it is a game changer and I want to have it and make sure that I have it because I'm scared that scarcity will play a factor. But on the whole, I think I'm okay just kind of waiting to see where the chips fall and then going in for those sweet, sweet deals later on. Now, if I can just take this out for a second, because for those who may not be following the non-Splinterlands content, I have seen this happen now in several games in my time following Play to Earn. So going back to last year, before I even got into Splinterlands, we saw something similar with Axie, where there was this major hype, FOMO, everybody got in, people were paying like $200-$300 per Axie, and now you can get them for the cost of like dinner, right, at some places. Then I saw it happen again with DFK earlier in the year, and prices were going up like crazy, Jewel was going nuts, and then the subsequent crash. Now, each of these games has gone through their own like economy changes, and they've done good things and they've done bad things. But it's the same thing with Splinterlands too, right? I'm sure many people look at this and say, well, I don't agree with whatever kind of economy changes they made back in October and in January and now with the rank rewards change. Although I want to say that I'm a big fan of the rank rewards change. Most recently, we saw this with Steppen just 6 to 8 weeks ago, so not very long. And we saw Steppen just absolutely shoot up because people realized where the exploits were. Then the team came cracking down on it. And if you wanted to get in at a time where you could earn $300 a day for just walking, wow, what a great deal. But now, essentially, you're just making pennies, right? Or making dollars, I should say. It's not that bad. But the point is, there will always be good entry points in. So my biggest lesson that I just want to share with you guys here is have a little patience. And if you've been in this for a while now, you've seen these market cycles, there will always be another chance. I mean, how many people said that, oh, Bitcoin's never going to go back to 20K? Well, now here's your chance. I mean, it went actually even a little bit below 20K. So never say never. That being said, it is prudent to make sure you are balancing a good game experience with the financial side of it, right? Because if you want to play with these cards, then go ahead and buy them. But all I'm saying is that if you have some patience and some discipline and are willing to wait to see how the things shake out based on previous trends, right? So we've seen the same thing happen with previous rewards cards. We're seeing them happen now with the current rewards cards, and I believe they're going to happen with the main rewards cards as well, or the newest rewards cards, I should say. That they're going to go through the cycle where as they hit more supply, people are just going to be offloading them, and you'll be able to scoop them up for cheap. Rift Watchers, I think it's going to play the same way. I know people look at the 3 million packs and say, well, it's way, way less. So, the scarcity is going to be there, and it's going to be a real factor. And you could be right. I don't want to say that, I don't speak in absolute, so you could absolutely be right. But we've only sold like 7 million Chaos Packs, and we've only opened like 5 million, 7 and 5 million packs. And there's still a lot of cards kind of just on the market, and the prices are going lower and lower and lower. So Rift Watchers will definitely be different due to a scarcity level. But overall, I think it's going to follow the same pattern where people are going to go in, they're going to try, all the early adopters are going to want to get the best cards right away so that they can start playing with them. But if you wait or are willing to wait and snipe in better deals in the future, I think you will be better off. At least that is my plan for the time being. We'll see how things change. I may start saving up vouchers to buy packs to flip or things like that, but I don't see myself trying to max out a Rift Watchers deck early on. Again, if there's a specific card and it's like a Kron or a Llama or a Jotun, yeah, I'm going to be going in and being like, okay, well, this is a card that might be worth it. So let me go ahead and grab this one, right? When I saw Dr. Blight, I wanted Dr. Blight. I wanted to max Dr. Blight. So I went all in on that. But as you can see, I haven't even maxed the rest of my cards for gold, let alone like Diamond Plus. So at this point in time, I'm taking a much more patient approach. I do think that we'll be in a macro downtrend for a while, but who am I? I don't know what I'm talking about. So take that all with a grain of salt. But I do believe that is what is going to happen, which should mean we will have decent prices for a significantly longer amount of time, which means I should be able to DCA at good prices, lower prices, hopefully, and enjoy the game the entire time while I am doing that. So that's all I have for you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you are going to FOMO into Rift Watchers as soon as it comes out, if you're one of those people that just has to have it, again, I'm not saying that that's the wrong way to do it. I'm just saying that it might not be the most cost-effective way to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, but you do you. That's all it is. All right, guys, have an amazing rest of your day. I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Take care.